To the Enchanted Garden of Lights before?
Well, yes. Well, not to the lights, but I have been for here.
Yeah.
But not with the lights.
Not with the lights? Okay. First time.
It's well,
cool.
with the lights.
Yeah, with the lights. Yeah.
Of course.
We'll go through the first trail.
Gosh.
I consider this the first trail. Some people consider it the 5th trail, but to me, it's the first trail.
Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah,
because it's the start pretty much. So
there's just so many of them. So whenever you've been here, like regular time, what's your favorite trail that you've been down, or what's your favorite thing that you've seen? Doesn't have to be a trail.
Probably the waterfall.
Yeah, that one's that's a cool one.
What's your favorite shop?
My favorite shop?
Yes.
Probably at Gardens Gateway. They have like all kinds of different like merchandise, like t-shirts, and you can get a birdhouse or cute little stuffed animals and stuff. So that's the one I gravitate towards the most, probably.
Don't they have some candy in there, I thought?
We do have a shop. You know what? You're probably right. That might be my favorite. It's Fudge Kitchen.
Oh,
It has like tons of candy and fudge. That one's a good one.
What's your favorite path?
My favorite path?
Yeah.
Probably the one that we're about to go down. I think, in my opinion, it looks the most like Lord of the Rings. But it also photographs really well, which is important to me because I do social media. So, but I would say, Grand Corridor is my favorite. And then, of course, the waterfall, Hall of the Mountain King. You can't beat that one either.
Wait, are you afraid of heights?
I am. What about you?
It depends on like which way you're talking about it. Oh, I'm afraid of heights.
Like, so we have the swing along bridge? Okay, so does that scare you to go on? Or is it more of like a roller coaster that goes way up in the air and then just drops?
It's not really a roller coaster, it's more that.
Yeah.
But like, to just explain it, it's almost like this. Like, when you drive up here.
Uh-huh.
Like with the edges, you know how they just have the rocks?
Uh-huh.
I was like, why don't they have a guard?
Right.
And then they just use rocks.
It's super scary.
Yeah.
I agree. Mine's more of like up on the swing along bridge. I get really scared. And then people like to jump across it and I'm like, nah, I can't do that.
The swing along bridge reminds me of Shrek.
Oh yeah. Like when Donkey is fighting the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is our first trail, or what I consider the first trail. Is Grand Corridor.
What's your favorite part about this trail, if you have one?
About this trail?
Yes.
My favorite part is probably the way, like whenever we get down to the bottom here, it kind of just like opens up and you feel like you're in a different world almost.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what I was talking about with like the Lord of the Rings-esque
Yeah,
feel.
that makes sense.
And it also feels just a little bit warmer down here than up there.
I always feel like I have to do this.
Yeah, right?
It's like tilt inside.
Well, we will go through like Needle's Eye down here at the very end of this. And it is very like, you do have to kind of like maneuver your body with the rocks.
A lot of moss. Rocks. What's your favorite like thing that they do with the lights?
So also up here, another reason why I love this trail is that when we get past this little bridge area, there's a bunch of doves up in the air. And I love how they make the lights like reflect off of them. And they just like glow and are so pretty. These up here that I'm talking about? Yeah.
Cool. That's a big dove.
Yeah, right?
I think my grandma, she loves birds. And there was like these huge birds she had to go on a Christmas tree. Like, one was probably bigger than anyone's palm, I feel like.
Right?
How many lights, how many light switches do you think it would take to light up all the lights?
Oh God, there are millions of lights in here. So lots of light bulbs.
I never really have to bend at all. I can just walk through. Like,
Yeah.
I can almost just, like, right here is a big space, I feel like.
Yeah.
I can stretch out all the way.
That's what I tell people, is to bend down in these tight spaces.
I bet I could just go on my tippy toes.
Yeah.
Oh, ow. Okay, so what is your favorite Christmas song?
My favorite Christmas song
Oh my gosh.
is probably All I Want for Christmas Is My Two Front Teeth. Have you ever heard that one?
Yeah, that's actually what I'm gonna sing for
Yeah.
a Christmas song. A Christmas thing? Like a recital or something? I don't know what it was.
Whenever I was in first grade through like fourth grade, I didn't have two front teeth. My brother had accidentally knocked them out. And so
Oh,
I didn't have two front teeth. And so that was always my Christmas song.
There's a gnome right there.
Oh yeah, Leaf. It's one of our new gnomes. Good eye.
I think I saw him last time.
Did you?
I thought there was one down there. Oh, yep, there it is.
Oh, I see it too.
What's your favorite thing around Rock City?
Around the parks? Probably like the 7 states plaque, where you can see all 7 states from one point. It's just, I love to come up here like in the morning when no one else is here and see the sunrise. It's just like the best spot. That's probably my favorite.
I can see that.
Yeah.
And also, how did you get the job?
How did I get the job here?
Yeah.
So I'm the social media manager for Rockcity. I got the job because I actually worked in the film industry for probably 6-7 years. Six, seven. And so I lived in Atlanta. I wanted to come back home. And so I applied for Rockcity. I'd done social media before, so I got the job here. I don't know exactly what all to say, but yeah, so basically if anybody ever wanted to apply for Rockcity, all you have to do is just go to rockcityenterprises.com, and we have a whole list of jobs at Rockcity. You think of it, we have it. So that was, I knew as soon as this position was open that I would be perfect for the job, so I applied and I got it, and then we've had a lot of different people come to Rockcity and work here.
So who sets up the lights?
So we have an innovations team that they are in charge of all of our lighting and our art and our decor, but they also have help from other departments. Like we have facilities departments, we have operations departments, even our gardeners. They come out and string up some of these lights. And then sometimes they even ask, like during our last event that we had, Enchanted Pumpkin Patch, marketing came out and helped set up a lot of stuff too. So yeah, it's just like it's a team effort.
Oh, I just realized that's where we were.
Yeah, that's just where we were. This is actually one of my favorite places to take a picture. Is if you have people down below, you can stand up here and you can see them down there and you can take their picture.
Do people get married here?
They do. We have a lot of people actually come by and out on our leap. It's one of the best views in Chattanooga. So we have a lot of people that will get engaged there, married there. They have their wedding pictures taken there, engagement pictures, all of that good stuff. go through this turnstile, and then we'll be on the Bridges Trail.
Well, this is cool.
Yeah. These lights in here are pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I didn't see the face on the wall. Forgot what they're called.
The glass.
Yeah. Isn't this where the bridge is around?
Uh-huh. Yeah, we'll keep going straight, and then we'll be at the Bridges.
What's your favorite event there is here that you can have?
Well, we just started this past October, we started the Enchanted Pumpkin Patch.
Yeah.
I love Halloween. I don't know. Do you like Halloween?
Yes.
So it was kind of a Halloween event, but not scary. We like to call it spooky, not scary. And that has probably been my favorite so far. You could come during the day and go and like to the petting zoo, or go like paint pumpkins, get your face painted, that kind of stuff. Or at night you could come and it was lit up very similar to how this is lit up, but there was pumpkins everywhere and like spooky fog on the trails and stuff. So that's probably been my favorite one so far.
So why is there a dog bowl?
There's a dog bowl there because we actually allow animals here. And not just dogs, but we allow any kind of animal as long as they are on a leash. So we've had like cats and goats, chickens. What'd you say? Yeah, chickens. We've had so many different types of animals here. As long as they're on leash, they're allowed.
So you would allow a mountain goat?
Yep, we've had them. I have pictures of them.
A what? Had a fox?
A fox? I don't know if we've had a fox before, but we do have a fox that lives on one of the trails, and he comes out every once in a while.
Wait, what's his name?
I don't know. Maybe we can name him today. I don't know if he has a name.
So why are the benches made like out of sticks?
You know, I'm not 100% why they're made like that. I know that they're ironwork, but these are some of the original benches from Rock City, from when we started. It's just the style. I'm assuming that's the style that our founders liked. And so we've actually, in a lot of our artwork that we have, we actually use this continued layout, if you would say that, format in other pieces of artwork, current artwork. But yeah.
This reminds me of Shrek.
I'll try not to bounce you too much.
Last time I got bounced a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Look at the view though, it's so pretty. Oh, that's one of my favorite spots.
It looks like New York.
Yeah.
One time.
There's another gnome right there.
Oh yeah. Camping. It's funny. Do you name the gnomes?
Do we do what?
Do you name the gnomes?
Do we name the gnomes?
Yes.
Yeah, so that one back there is Nimble. She's our adventurer. And then the first one you saw is named Leaf. He's our gardener.
Yeah.
And then we have 3 others around here somewhere. If I see them, I'll point them out to you.
I think there's one somewhere over here.
Do you want to see the 7 states?
Yeah. Gosh. Okay, so do you drink hot chocolate or hot cocoa with water or milk?
I prefer mine with milk in it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I will drink it with water in it, but my favorite is milk. It just makes it creamier, I guess.
Yeah, that's the same with me.
Okay, another question for you. Do you like marshmallows in your hot chocolate?
Oh, yeah.
Or do you like whipped cream?
Both.
Both.
Like all sugar.
Yeah, all the sugar on top.
Like a
I
coffee.
agree.
It's like a
With
coffee,
some sprinkles
but
on
for kids.
top.
Yeah, I don't put sprinkles on top.
What about peppermint?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I had the flavoring of the peppermint.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna fall off.
Add all the sugar on it. Yep. I agree.
It's like a coffee, but for kids.
Yeah. Coffee for kids. I like that.
Okay, so tell me about the timber roll.
So this is our Tum Thumb Timber Roll. It's actually based off of our Rock City is the first place that ever had mini golf.
Mm-hmm.
And so we actually used to have a little course here. And inspired by that, after that went away, we decided to do the Tum Thumb Timber Roll, mouthful, right? And basically it's just a wooden ball that we have about 14 different spots that you can roll the ball down, race them with your friends, that kind of thing. Very kid friendly. And it's gonna come down here.
Just a wooden ball.
Yeah, I gotta go get it.
So what is a cool thing to do around Chattanooga?
Around Chattanooga, so obviously first stop is Rock City, right?
Yeah.
But after that, we have a lot of cool things. We're the actual first national park city, so there's a lot of outdoor stuff like hiking, and along the river you can go and do like kayaking or ride a boat, that kind of stuff. In Chattanooga, we also have like Clumpy's ice cream, for instance, if you want a taste of Chattanooga. Lots of great restaurants, a lot of other great attractions like the aquarium, Ruby Falls, that kind of thing. You name it, there's something to do here, so.
Snow.
Going in the snow.
I did not expect this.
So this is the house of Garnet and Frieda Carter. They were our founders of Rock City. And then this is where Santa is.
So what is your favorite part about Rock City?
My favorite part about Rock City is listening to all the requests of all the nice children that come in here and seeing if I can fill those requests. That's my favorite part of it. My favorite part out in the park probably is Fat Man Squeeze. Reminds me of going through a chimney.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Is that how you got the practice of going through a chimney?
Yeah, I do a little. I make sure I can get, if I can get through Fat Man Squeeze, I can get through chimneys. So I test that out every year.
Can you tell me a little bit about the history?
The history of Rock City. So the house that we just went through, that was the founders of Frieda and Garnet Carter. They founded Rock City in 1932. Frieda, she actually had a love for German history and folklore, and she thought that this would be the perfect place to kind of create what is now today Rock City. It's rumored that she took a red string and put it around trees and around rocks and created the trails herself. Obviously some of it is natural terrain, but she kind of created where the trails led to. And yeah, her dream became reality for us, and this is her legacy now. You'll see in a little bit Fairyland Caverns. That's actually where she put all of her her fairy tale folklore, German folklore statues and stuff. So you'll see that in a little bit.
Okay, so if someone had a disability, they wanted to go to Rock City, what disability would it be for them to be able to, let's say, go across that wobbly bridge? What was it called?
The Swing Along Bridge?
Oh yeah, Swing Along Bridge.
So
someone in a wheelchair.
we actually we actually have an ADA trail at Rock City. So if somebody was to have a disability, they could come to the ADA trail. It's about half a mile long. Granted, our whole trail is in deep terrain and stairs and that kind of stuff. We do call it a walking trail. So, but if somebody did have a disability, they could come to the ADA trail and they would be able to still see a lot of the views that we've gotten to see today. They would still get to see that. They may not be able to go through the entire trail, but they can still experience a little bit of Rock City. Yeah. We're actually on the ADA trail right now. So it spans a pretty good far ways away. And I would say it's probably the prettiest at Christmas time of how they have it lit as well.
Okay, so who invented the birdhouses?
The birdhouses were invented, I believe, by Clark Byers. Don't quote me on that one. But he actually is the guy that created or painted all of our barns. Have you seen like the Rock City barns that are super popular? Yeah, so those are famous. So he actually created the birdhouse as a mailbox originally. But then the U.S. Postal Service told him that that's not allowed because you can't have a birdhouse shaped mailbox. So he actually went in and cut 3 holes into it and created a birdhouse out of it.
We have a reference right there.
Yep, exactly. That's exactly what it looks like.
How many gnomes do you think there is in the whole Rock City?
In the whole Rock City? I don't know how many we have in the whole Rock City. Probably, if I were to guess, 20, 25, 30. But we have 5 main ones right now. And they're throughout each trail, they have their own little story that they tell. Yeah.
Okay, so if you could forget a book or like a movie, like almost erase your memory of watching it, like what book or movie would that be?
Probably Harry Potter, honestly.
I bet that would be the same with Addie.
Yeah, Harry Potter's my favorite. Probably both the book and the movie. All of them. What about you?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
What is it?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh, okay.
Have you read those books?
No.
Gosh, I'm just flying down here.
Yeah.
Literally. Oh, no. Of course. It's actually kind of
the lighting okay in here?
Yeah. I feel like now I'm in Ruby Falls. I feel like Rock City to Ruby Falls.
So part of this trail is actually on top of another trail. You know the first trail that we went through?
Yeah.
So there's a little bridge right there.
Yeah.
That's actually this trail is over top of it. So there's people below us.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So the first trail was underground.
It was like down in the kind of not underground, but like
in a cave.
Like more so between the caves.
Yeah, makes sense. Above ground, but underground.
Yep. And this one you feel like you're underground, but you're actually above ground.
Okay, so do you guys do like collectibles?
We do collectibles. You see this whole wall of ornaments? That's one thing that we have collectibles. We also have a bunch of like shot glasses, stickers, t-shirts, that kind of stuff. Patches, those are super popular. We have a ton of that kind of, those little knickknacks is what I would call them.
Look, honey sticks.
Ooh.
Whoa.
I need to come get some of these ornaments.
I really don't remember that much.
Ones. Oh, I need to get the birdhouses.
For Grandma, I can picture Grandma having that.
All right, so Jojo, we just got back from Rock City, right? We had a good time there, and we want to thank a couple people for inviting us out and giving us a chance to do that behind-the-scenes tour.
Which is Micah, Hannah, Rock City.
Yeah, and it was very cool of them to invite us out there. We had a good time, spent a couple hours walking around the park. We purposely recorded ourselves walking around. So that way, as we're asking the questions, people can see the park, the terrain. But overall, what did you think of Rock City?
Pretty good. Like, if I had to rate it 0 to 5 stars, definitely 5.
Oh yeah, I would too. 5 stars. It's fantastic.
If I could do 6 stars, definitely 6.
Yeah. Now we have been to Rock City before. We went back in July, right? We actually did Christmas in July, which was kind of fun. Right? Remember Santa was there in a Hawaiian shirt? Right, remember that? Yeah. So now we went back with all the enchanted lights. So what did you think of the enchanted lights?
Also, another 5 out of 5.
A 5 out of 5. Okay, so it's worth going, even if you've been before. Going to Enchanted Light is worth it. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with you. And they have lots of extra stuff, right? Like they do gingerbread decorations. They had hot chocolate, lots of fire pits, which was cool because it was very cold.
Yeah, but one thing, they do make it with water instead of milk.
They did. You're right. Over by Santa Claus, they had it with water, but I think the fudge shop has it with milk.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure because they have other stuff there too. So, yeah. And then, one thing that we obviously were thinking of as we're walking around is people who have a disability, right? We wanted to see, like, is it possible for somebody in a wheelchair? Maybe if you had a upper limb or lower limb difference. So what about those with disability? Do you think it's a place they can still kind of enjoy?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And remember, they did have the trail for those with wheelchairs. There are a lot of stairs, and it was slippery at times because, there's waterfalls.
Yeah.
So it's just something to keep in mind. And then you had mentioned before, make sure you bring some wipes, right?
Yeah, like baby wipes.
Baby wipes, because there's lots of railings. You're going to be holding the railings a lot, which is
like those tiny packets you get like in the restaurant.
Oh yeah, that would be a good thing to bring. Yeah. Yeah. So overall, great experience. And what about Chattanooga? Anything else in Chattanooga you'd recommend?
Chattanooga Choo Choo.
Right. Hotel Chalet, that's what that's called. But that is fun. That's stand-up Choo Choo.
Escape room.
Escape rooms are great. Yep, they got some good ones.
And the ice cream place.
Yep, Clumpy's.
Yes.
Clumpy's was good. They've got seasonal ice creams.
Yes.
What was the one we had in July?
Firecracker.
Firecracker. Right now they got the gingerbread man.
I bet like they go crazy on 4th of July with Firecracker.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's worth the wait though.
Yeah.
It's worth the wait. It's worth it.
I don't know why, but I only like mine with a little bit of Pop Rocks.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Well, okay. All right, great. But overall, great experience for us. And thanks again to Rock City and Hannah for having us. And